Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Workhorse stock, both good and bad news, why some electric vehicle stocks are performing poorly while others rally, and lastly, we will talk about 3 stocks that are planned to make massive gains as electric vehicles continue to go mainstream. Like this video right now, subscribe if you are new. If you are already subscribed, thank you so much, and leave a comment down below of your favorite electric vehicle stocks. And without further ado, let's jump into our first article. Workhorse stock fell over 6% this week, but has recovered around 1% after going on a massive bull rally, gaining its investors hundreds of percentages in returns. And right now, everyone's eyes are on the long-awaited US Postal Service Contract, or USPS contract as some like to call it, for the next generation delivery vehicles, so Workhorse can finally be rewarded, but we are still waiting for developments on that story. Workhorse's best chance of breaking this downward momentum would be good earnings news, which will be announced on November 9th, or great USPS contract news, because in the meantime, the stock should stay between $15 and $20, with the predicted price point being around $17. If you remember, Workhorse has been predicted to start making $4.5 million in profits as soon as 2022. Workhorse Group CFO, Chief Financial Officer, told TD Ameritrade in a recent interview that Workhorse has over 1,100 trucks on backorder, which will equate to around $70 million in revenue for Workhorse. A representative of Workhorse Group also said that Workhorse can build a total of 300 trucks before the quarter ends, which is great news until I throw in this curveball. I previously talked about Workhorse getting $200 million in financing through an NPA with institutional investors, which is due in 2024, and how Workhorse will use these funds to accelerate production, advance their technology, and replace higher cost financing. Workhorse also received another $70 million from stakeholders through an exchange agreement, so Workhorse has $270 million in cash at their disposal. But here is the catch. If we look at the 8K form filed by Workhorse with the SEC, we can see that on page 39 it says this: the company shall have backlog sales of at least $25 million as the fiscal period ending on March 31st, 2022, $50 million as of fiscal period ending on June 30th, 2022, $75 million as the fiscal period ending on September 30th, 2022, and $100 million as of the fiscal period ending on December 31st, 2022. This means that Workhorse committed to predetermined revenue levels to obtain this financing, but this contract does not apply if Workhorse receives the USPS contract due to the nature of the signing. So basically, Workhorse needs to win the USPS contract so it can nullify these requirements, because Workhorse would clearly meet this criteria. But even if Workhorse loses the USPS contract, they already have $70 million in backlog work, and in another 2 years they could easily pass the $100 million that is needed. Although right now many Workhorse stockholders are anxious, don't be too nervous, because Workhorse could bounce back up at any time. Plus, Lordstown Motors, ticker symbol RIDE, and Nikola Motors, ticker NKLA, have also been hit hard lately. The reason for this, and for the overall market reacting so poorly, is because of new cases of the illness spreading, which has made investors sell their risky volatile stocks, which includes stocks in the electric vehicle sectors. The United States reported 61,000 new cases due to our testing, France reported 52,000 new cases, and Italy and Spain have locked down to a degree, implementing a curfew and issuing new social distancing guidelines, not to mention that the negotiations for financial assistance in the form of a stimulus package have stalled, which have caused many people to sell off, especially because there is an election happening on November 3rd. For people who invested money into developing sectors like the EV sector, we will be seeing a lot of money flowing out of these sectors in the short term. Luckily, NIO, ticker symbol NIO, has done very well and has even hit a production milestone by exceeding 5,000 vehicles per month. This Tesla of China has had apparent growth, great Q3 deliveries, and fantastic growth potential, which has impressed the likes of analysts over at Morgan Stanley. NIO has been developing and innovating at an astonishing rate. Listen to what a Morgan Stanley analyst said about this soon-to-be electric vehicle powerhouse. The pace of NIO's progress in achieving its strategic and investment ambitions is tracking ahead of our expectation on all fronts. We look for NIO to reinforce its pole position through superior volume scale, good spectrum of model/market coverage, self-driving technologies, and diversification into powerful solution, says a Morgan Stanley analyst. Now, I don't want us to get too ahead of ourselves because Tesla is still top dog, with competitors like Li Auto, ticker name Li, and Xpeng, ticker symbol XPEV, following close behind them like hungry wolves. And of course I am using the term close as a loose comparison, but nonetheless NIO has hit all-time highs recently because of their impressive progress, and because NIO stock is now predicted to hit $40 a share in 2021. JP Morgan has even noted that NIO can capture 7% of the global EV market and 30% of the premium electric vehicle market by 2025, which is great news for NIO investors. Morgan Stanley has also recently said that NIO is a strong EV leader in the making. Morgan Stanley initially put a price target on NIO stock of $20.50 per share, but has now raised it to $33 a share. This is probably because NIO literally gained over 5% in growth in a matter of minutes earlier today, which has overtaken its old all-time high of $29.40. NIO also plans to leverage its partnership with JAC Motors to increase production so they can produce 150,000 units in 2021, with a real aim to blow away expectations and produce 300,000 units in the years to come. This production upgrade is set to come fully online by the end of 2022, which should double their manufacturing capacity. Overall, electric vehicles have done spectacularly this year, with Tesla up over 300%, NIO up over 500%, and with Workhorse up over 400%. We see both old and new automakers doing well, including General Motors, GM, and Ford doing better than usual. And although Lordstown Motors is down, RIDE ride stock is not down for the count and is set to spring up next year. Right now, I'm about to tell you 3 stocks that will shoot up with the electric vehicle market. This way, you do not have to pick which EV company will perform the best, because the electric vehicle companies use these companies to get their electric vehicle components. These 3 companies produce everything from electric vehicle materials for batteries all the way to inverters, and these 3 companies are Aptiv PLC, ticker APTV, Cree, ticker symbol CREE, and Analog Devices, ticker symbol ADI. So let's start off with APTV. This company makes electric vehicle architecture, which includes wiring assemblies, harnesses, connectors, electric centers, and hybrid electrical systems. They are growing fast in electrification, connectivity, and autonomous driving. They even have a joint venture with Hyundai to develop automatic driving for robotic taxis. Next up, we have Cree Incorporated, who is the global leader in silicon carbide technology, which supplies 62% of the world's material. This is used to make driving inverters, electric vehicle drivetrains, while it also helps to power electronics. They even make carbide-based semiconductors, which increase the electric vehicle's range and efficiency. And lastly, we have Analog Devices, who is a processing chip maker that makes converter chips for the automotive markets, especially for electric vehicles. They help improve an electric vehicle's range, energy storage, and the battery's charging speed. ADI has even made the world's first wireless battery management system for production electric vehicles that will be in upcoming General Motors vehicles, which will be powered by Ultium batteries. If you combined all 3 of these companies with whatever manufacturer that you prefer, you can literally almost make an electric car. Anyway, that's all I have for you all today. I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next YT video.